Right, Famous Brands is next. Remember, this one is really more about restaurants, but they're building a substantial food services operation in the background there. Manufacturing sauces, which they've been doing for years and years, patties, cheese. They bought a plant down in the Kucha area, as well as a tomato sauce plant in the same area. And then their most recent transaction was to buy a chip manufacturer. That's potato chips, slop chips, the fat ones, not the crisps. That is a plant that they bought. It was based in Lambert's Bay and used to belong to Oceana. So you put all of that stuff together, you can see what they're doing is trying to build back the supply chain that supports the restaurants like Wimpy and Steers and all the rest of it. Market capitalization of 15.4 billion rand, price earnings ratio 21.82, dividend yield of 1.39. Let's go straight to the share price. You can see it's had a nice lift at the end there. This is a company that's done good work over the years, Chris.
Fantastic operation. And mainly due to the now semi-retired Kevin Hedderwick. He's still staying on as a consultant, but there's been a seamless transition to Darren Healy, who used to run Wimpy in the old days. Darren's got a great breadth of experience there. So no, it's looking fantastic. So they've taken a family-run operation from 20 years ago.
That's
and
the
totally
Malahleni-based Halamandris family that
family.
started
That's quite right.
the Steers outfits.
And it's totally transformed. It's a wonderful business.
They've got all the high-end restaurants in there as well. So they've got lots of lions in the water because they will obviously move and support those brands that do well. So, for example, if Tasha's is doing well, that'll be something that they've supported, or Mythos, or they've got the Chipotle equivalent, which is called Salsa Mexican Grill, which is a huge Mexican offering globally, and locally they look as though they're going to roll that out fast, for example.
Strangely, the only area that they haven't succeeded in is chicken.
In the sense of, say, chicken, like a Nando's or a KFC type niche. They tried a bit. They had something called
Giramundo, and before that they had Church's Chicken some 10 years ago. Just didn't quite take off, and it's odd.
Well, those are two very formidable competitors in the form of KFC and Nando's, that's for sure. And Nando's, of course, has now gone global itself, so it's not like you could go and buy them.
No.
And the Entovens are not going to that'd be too big a check. Okay, now look, as far as this one is concerned, obviously we've got to look at the total mix and where it's going. There's something that I didn't mention though. In the recent weeks, they bought a business called By Word of Mouth, run by a friend of mine called Corin Short. So what they do is catering for events, high-end Joburg parties. You're sure to run into them. But what Corin wants to do, and which Kevin Heddick wants to do, is to turn them into some kind of a business that also does pre-prepared frozen meals that busy people can go and buy in advance and stick in the freezer, and then you take them out and then you do that home-based thing that we were referring to earlier. That looks exciting.
I've used By Word of Mouth personally, and I think they're absolutely fantastic. Brilliant. Top end of the market, as you say. And again, it complements these guys beautifully.
That's where you get the nice little bento box with the trendy little fork. It's not made of plastic. It's made of little bamboo. Somebody whittled away. Right. So look, Famous Brands looks good. Come back a touch. Does give people an opportunity to jump back in. Company for the future. Hot.
Sizzling.
Excellent.